Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at 7 most overpriced SUVs with the worst deals right now. Number 7. Nissan Armada. The Nissan Armada has been dubbed the overpriced behemoth of the SUV world, and for good reason. With a starting price that feels more like a down payment on a small house, many buyers are left scratching their heads, wondering if they accidentally wandered into a luxury dealership instead of a Nissan lot. The 2024 model has seen a price hike, with the base SV trim now starting around $57,000, an increase that could make even the most seasoned negotiator break into a cold sweat. While some dealerships dangle discounts like carrots in front of a hungry rabbit, the reality is that these deals often feel more like mirages than actual savings. Sure, you might find a 2023 model with a tempting $10,000 off sticker price, but it's akin to finding a unicorn in your backyard. Rare, and probably too good to be true. Plus, with fuel economy that makes you feel like you're filling up a small airplane rather than an SUV, the ongoing costs can quickly overshadow any initial savings. So if you're in the market for an SUV that offers both space and value, you might want to steer clear of this overpriced giant and consider alternatives that won't leave your wallet feeling as empty as the Armada's third-row legroom. Number 6. Cadillac Escalade. The Cadillac Escalade has long been the poster child for luxury SUVs, but the latest models are making many buyers question whether they're getting a good deal or just a hefty bill disguised as opulence. With prices starting around $86,000 and soaring to over $123,000 for the top-tier trims, it seems like you might need to sell a kidney just to afford one. Sure, you get a 6.2-liter V8 engine and all the bells and whistles, but at what cost? You could practically buy a small island for the price of some of these models. Leasing options don't offer much relief either. Monthly payments hover around $1,350, and that's with a down payment of $2,000. It's almost like Cadillac is saying, "We'll let you borrow our fancy SUV for a small fortune." The irony is that while you're cruising in style, your bank account will be crying out for mercy. And let's not forget the hidden costs. Excess mileage fees and potential damage charges can turn your luxury ride into a financial nightmare faster than you can say overpriced. So, unless you have money to burn or just love living life on the edge of financial ruin, you might want to think twice before signing on that dotted line. Number 5. Lincoln Navigator. The 2024 Lincoln Navigator is a luxurious beast that can make your wallet weep. With price starting at a staggering $83,000, it's like buying a small house but with wheels and a much fancier interior. Sure, it boasts a twin-turbocharged V6 engine and all the bells and whistles you can dream of, but at what cost? When you add in the optional packages, like the monochromatic package, that'll set you back an additional $2,500, you're left wondering if you should have just bought a yacht instead. The deals on the Navigator are about as appealing as a soggy sandwich. For instance, a $5,000 discount sounds nice, until you realize it barely scratches the surface of what you're actually paying. And let's not forget about the exclusive features that come with hefty price tags, because who doesn't want to pay extra for floor mats? In short, while the Lincoln Navigator might turn heads and offer a plush ride, it's also an exercise in financial acrobatics. You might find yourself questioning if you're really paying for luxury or just an overpriced badge on an SUV. Number 4. Jeep Compass. The Jeep Compass is strutting around with a starting price of $27,400, but don't let that shiny sticker fool you. This little SUV is often labeled as one of the most overpriced options in its class. For a vehicle that feels like it's been around since the dawn of time, it's hard to justify shelling out up to $35,000 for a model that lacks the modern flair and tech features found in its rivals. It's like paying top dollar for a vintage vinyl record when you could stream the latest hits for free. While the Compass boasts a roomy interior and all-wheel drive, it seems to have missed the memo on innovation. It's not exactly setting the world on fire with its performance or features, making it feel more like a nostalgic trip down memory lane than a cutting-edge SUV. So, if you're considering a Jeep Compass, remember, Sometimes the best deal is simply walking away and letting someone else take the plunge into overpriced mediocrity. Number 3. Land Rover Range Rover. The Land Rover Range Rover, a name synonymous with luxury, is increasingly being scrutinized for its eye-watering price tags and questionable value, with models starting at around $107,000 for the base 2024 Range Rover and soaring up to a staggering $226,000 for the top-tier SV variant. One might wonder if these vehicles are crafted from gold or simply sprinkled with fairy dust. The irony lies in the fact that while these SUVs promise unparalleled luxury and off-road prowess, many buyers find themselves grappling with the reality of steep depreciation and costly maintenance. A recent analysis suggests that owning a Range Rover could feel like throwing money into a black hole. One minute you're cruising in style, and the next you're staring at repair bills that could rival your mortgage. In a world where practicality meets luxury, the Range Rover seems to have lost its way. It's as if they're saying, why offer a reasonable price when you can charge an arm and a leg? Number 2. Chevrolet Blazer. The Chevrolet Blazer, with its base price starting around $36,700, might seem like a decent deal on paper, but step inside and you might feel like you just walked into a discount store. Critics have pointed out that the Blazer feels cheap despite its hefty price tag, which can climb to over $50,000 when you add options like all-wheel drive and a decent engine upgrade. It's as if Chevy decided to make the Blazer a masterclass in how to charge luxury prices for a vehicle that feels like it was assembled during a clearance sale. For those who are tempted to splurge on the sporty RS trim, be prepared for sticker shock. The RS can easily push past $50,000 with all the trimmings, leaving buyers wondering if they accidentally wandered into a luxury SUV dealership instead of their local Chevy lot. Moreover, the Blazer has been criticized for its lack of standout features compared to rivals like the Kia Telluride or Toyota Highlander, which offer more value and better overall quality at similar price points. In the end, purchasing a Blazer feels a bit like paying top dollar for a fast food burger. Sure, it looks appealing in ads, but once you take a bite, you realize it's not quite what you expected. Number 1. Jeep Grand Wagoneer. The Jeep Grand Wagoneer has recently made headlines for its hefty price tag and questionable value, starting at a staggering $84,000 for the 2025 model. It seems to be vying for the title of most expensive family road trip vehicle, without offering much in return. While Jeep has slashed prices by up to $7,000 across its lineup, the Grand Wagoneer still feels like a luxury item that forgot to pack its value. With a starting price that can soar past $116,000 when fully loaded, buyers might wonder if they're purchasing a car or a small island. Sure, it boasts a twin-turbo inline-six engine with 510 horsepower, but unless you're planning to tow your yacht or impress your neighbors with your off-road prowess, that power might feel like overkill. Moreover, while it offers a suite of high-tech features, like a front passenger interactive display and drowsy driver detection, one can't help but think that these gadgets are more about keeping up appearances than enhancing the driving experience. In the end, if you're in the market for a Grand Wagoneer, be prepared to pay a king's ransom for what might just be an overpriced status symbol rather than a sensible investment. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. If you found it helpful, then make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.